Hi everyone and welcome back to World of Mike. Today we've got issue number 29, which should have gone up last night, but I will explain why that didn't go up last night once we get further down in the video. So this is issue number 29, as you can see. Next week's issue, or whatever week we're up to, because I'm backlogged at the moment, will be the base for the second engine, catwalk, exhaust valves, end plate and assorted screws. That is the issue that's currently on back order because they mislaid it. And I've also got 31, so there could be a slight delay again. But as you can see here, I'm just going to try and get that a bit higher. Crankshaft for the second engine here. So it's basically filling up that engine. We've got two different engines happening here. We've got the starboard engine and we've got the port engine. So this is the work of the second engine, which is the starboard engine. And as you can see here, it's just basically deja vu of the next issue. Now, this is where the fun part begins. So last night I was working on it, and I will go back all over it again, but as you can see I was working on it, and for some reason this is not going down, which means there's a problem down here somewhere. So that is the reason why the issue didn't go ahead. So what I'm going to do is get this off and see what's happening, and I'll run through what we do on each step. Because somewhere down the line, what happens is this will be more like a cover video, if you like, because what's happened is something is dislodged in here. Okay, what you would do, let me just try and get this off. That's the reason why it didn't go up last night. So what would happen is, let's try and get this off actually. Got to try and alleviate it somehow. I think I need to try and get this off, you see, so whoops, needs like something thin to get that. Come on. Here we go. So what would happen is, in this stage what we did was we attached these crank shaft things on, but they went into like one, then missed the gap, one, then missed the gap, one, then at the last two you would miss these two and anchor that on, and they basically clip onto here, and then there's another mechanism that clips it onto there to there. The issue we've now got is we're having some issues with it going into R5. Now R5, if you look on here, it's got R5. So what happened was I put it all together and it came apart for some reason. So it's a case of trying to figure out why it's dislodged, and really try and figure out why it's like dislodging. We can't put any glue on there, because if we put glue on it, what I'm going to do, actually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to use a bit of masking tape to hold this platform in, because what I want to do, we're going to be here all day otherwise, and this is the problem we had last night. The problem we've got is this bar is so heavy that it's pulling these out of alignment. Okay, so what I can do is okay, that's an epic foul. That's not worked. Okay, we need to get these into here, but then we've got the weight of the bar against us. That's the problem. So basically we've got to try and get these in here without the thing dislodging, but obviously the thinner part goes at this end, so it's quite a challenge really, trying to get these to line up, and it's one of the issues that I really don't like working on, because it's a pain to deal with. So can you see, every time we move it, it's got the weight of that behind it, so it's quite annoying. What we've got also is that this seems to be back to front, so we've got to correct that as well. So we've got one there, that's drop down, that's up, that's down. Okay, so this one's on the down, so it's on that one. and then we've got drop and a 1. So drop 1, bosh, bosh, drop 1, drop 1. So if anyone has a simpler way of doing this, do let me know, because I hate this part. It's very, very fiddly and quite difficult to get in. So we could be here a long time. It's not really the best of methods here. I just don't know how else we can do it, because either way I don't want that dislodging, you see. So oh my god, this is what really bloody stresses me out. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try a different tactic here. I'm going to put that into there. Okay, I'm going to take all these off because this is doing my editing, and I'm going to put them all in here. And we'll try attaching the bar later. It's because the crankshaft is far too heavy, in my opinion, for this. It's just pulling against gravity here. Let me take that down a bit so you guys can see. So it's just pulling against us every time we try and connect it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back on now. And this is likely going to dislodge again. I can see why Marcus has a friend that helps him there. Oh man, I hate this bit so much. I just don't know how else you can get it in without it just popping out all the time. And it's rather annoying. Because I need to get this done, you know, but I don't know how else we can do it without... Right, okay, that's in. I need to get this part in. Just want to check and see if they're in. I can see that one's on the track, that one's on the track. Okay, pushed in, that one. Oh, I think that one is dislodged. Do you see what I mean? So it's like, I think that looks okay, that looks okay. We'll soon be able to tell. So we'll do a test here now. What I'm doing here is I'm just testing to see if that's going down. So that one's on the track, lovely. That one's on the track, yep. That one's on the track, and that one's on the track. Okay, so I think we've got lift off. So then obviously on this section, what we would then do is we would then put the valves on. So you've got these ones here that they basically have 2 pins on them, and they would fit in a specific way. So I think you have, the smallest one goes the second in. Obviously I'm not necessarily following the instructions on this step because this was quite a fiddly issue for me to do. Then obviously that one will go into there. But one of these I had issues with, which I believe is that one. So that one went into there. Then we had a bigger one that went down there. I think that one went into that one like that. Yeah, so they all face sort of like there. And then the bigger of the two, there's one that's bigger, so they're not all the same. So this one would then go into there like that. Okay, so you'd have one that goes into there like that, theoretically. So once again, I'm going to check that this track is on. That's track 1, track 2, track 3, track 4. Lovely. Okay, so that's all secured in. I'm just giving it more pressure because I want to make sure that they're definitely on that track. Okay, so then that is where we put the bar on this end, and I'm just double checking because obviously we need to make sure it's round the right way. So we've got the big end. Yeah, so we've got big end, that one, that one. So we've got 2, 2, 1, and yeah, that looks pretty good to me. So 1, bosh, bosh, and bosh. Okay, cool. So then what we can do on this is we can then put this bar back on here, but what I can do is I can also flip that round the right way. You see me? So then that one goes into there like that. That clips on there. Clip belt 2 onto this one, then clips onto that one and that one. This one just needs to turn round. So this one then clips onto, let's just pull that out slightly. This is not the best way of doing it, but you're just going to get gravity behind you all the time, and it's rather frustrating. So this one then, this one comes onto this one, I think, this bar here. But yeah, this is not a nice issue, in my opinion. It really does take a long time to get in. And then that one snaps into that one there. Righty-ho. So then again, what I'm going to do is, now I've got that into there, I need to check that it's going in the track. So 1, that one, that one, that one, and this one, that's going down as well. From what I can see, that seems to be going down. Okay, so that all looks good to me. Hallelujah. Whew. Not in love with this issue, I have to say. So I'll put that over to there to one side, because then we have to take on the shaft, which is this section here. Okay, and that's where we get this little bag of compartments. Okay, so these are the little bags that we've got here. Now, I think we previously done these in a previous issue, because I remember putting them in. There we go. Lovely. So what's going to happen with these is, obviously we've got 2 pins here. You've got a pin on the end and then another pin on the end here. I'm going to go with the longer of the pin this side. I don't think it makes much difference, but basically you put in this little, the tiny of the hook, this little part here is going to feed onto this little middle bar here. And then obviously this bar connects onto the crankshaft. Okay, so we're just basically going along, putting all these in these little bracket parts here. Oops, like that. So this week I haven't really had a break, so because this video will now go up today, which is Sunday, because it was late yesterday. So yeah, not really had a break this week, but hey ho, that's what life's about. So I don't know, I might, you know, next week take a few days away from filming or something. I'm just like a robot. I just do it and do it and do it and never really get a break. So yeah, right. So then once we've done that, what happens then is this is then over here like that. Okay. But then what happens is this part here, these little things clip onto them parts here. So basically it will clip. It basically clips, as you can see. I'm going to do it a different way because I think it might be easier. But these little prong things, they clip into here like that. Now, obviously, it's up to you if you want to put glue on there. But I personally don't think you need to put glue on there. So we're going to put them pegs into here. So they're going to feed into there like that. Okay, so we're going to put them into there. And that goes into there like that, and that one goes into there like that. Then what that allows us to do is we can then see where this crank is, and we can put that into that peg there, because that will slip into, hang on a minute. Very nervous that this has got to all come off again, because these shafts, if they're not on the track, they're a right bloody pain to get in. Okay, and then that one slots into there. Come on, man. Okay, and then that one goes into that one. I do apologise if I'm going off the camera slightly. Half the time I forget it's there, so just trying to hook this into alignment, hook, line and sinker. Come on, get off, something's stuck. Okay, so that one goes into there, and then we need to pull. That one needs to hook through there and connect up there. Come on. Brilliant. So, one thing I have noticed is, again, this is very, very stiff. So, we might have to look into it a bit more later down the line. But it looks like it's turning okay, so we'll put that there. The next step, what we have to do, is we then have to put these little parts here on that we had. So they're the little parts that we're going to have onto there. But we've got two different versions here. They're both the same, but basically one goes over there like that, but it has the hook going through it like this. And the other one goes onto there like that, and then the other one goes right at the back onto this one like that. So there's a longer one and a short one, okay? So that one goes into there, and that one goes down there. Right, okay, cool. So it looks like it's all in track, lovely. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to put these on that. There's a specific way that these go round. There's a square one and a long one. The square one looks like it goes at the back, but to stop the bar going through, we was having an issue previously where the bar was slipping through. You need to have it, see this little ramp part here? There's like a little stopper end. That's what that's for. So you screw it down and then it will stop the... just going to see if that's all the way on, because it doesn't. There we go. That basically stops that bar falling out. Okay, so as you can see, it's not going anywhere. Okay, so that's onto there. We're then going to attach that with a CM screw. So I'm just going to get my Oria, because that's attached with a CM screw. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Bon appetit, lovely. Okay, so that's on that one, and then we obviously have this one again. It's got like a little hole on it, that goes onto there, like that. So I'm just going to leave that to rest for a minute, because I've got a screw missing at the moment, so I don't know. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to get this one on as well. As you can see, CM screw. I really love working with Orias, they're lovely to work with. Okay, so that's that one on. We then need to do exactly the same on this one here. And that one will go onto there. Again, we need a CM screw, which I believe... I deal with so many things. I did have a screw on here, but it's gone walkies. So, okay. There's a screw missing here. I had a pack of screws here, but my desk needs a good tidy up. As you can see, there's just move that. There's crap everywhere, so I need to really give this a good old clean up. But oh, that's annoying. I had a screw on here. Where's it got? Where's it gone? Damn. Okay, well that don't matter. It does matter, but there's also so what will happen is once I find the screws, I'll plug that in. But what I'll do is, just so that it's attached, I'll take this screw off, and I'll screw it into this one just so that this one has one as well. Found it somewhere, but once I find them I'll do a cover video on it. So just so that, you know, at least one's on and we don't mislay the part. Okay, so that's on there like that. So then last but not least, we have a flywheel, and I love talking about these because this flywheel is that little part there, and what I love about that is it's really nice because there's a guy, just double checking here, we've just missed a step, just bear with me, just need to go upside down, and we've got two little pins here, as you can see, they go into these holes here, so I'm just going to correct that. Whoops. You've got a bigger hole and a smaller hole here, so you've got one, just going to get the other one, and whoops, and that one goes into, whoops. Such big hands, it's struggle sometimes with small parts. So it's going to go into there, come on, lovely, good boy. All the way down, Kilimanjaro, lovely, excellent. Okay, cool. So that's, I mean, it's lifting slightly, but it has to be perfect, or it bugs me. But yeah, so that's on there. And then what will happen is we've got a flywheel that goes on. Now, I'm not going to make this, I'm not going to glue it on at the moment because I need to get that shaft in first. As you can see on this section, we actually glue it on. I'm not going to do that at this moment because I want to get the other CM screws in once I find them. Oh, I've just found one, you little beauty. Oh, beautiful. Excellent. Look at that. Oh, you beauty. See, I told you it was here. There we go. We've just got one to there go on, but it's around here somewhere. I can sense it. Okay, so what happens then after that is I want to put, there's a section actually that goes around the other way, so let's just correct that. Apologies. As the famous saying goes, that's why I make mistakes so that you guys don't have to. Every Partwork YouTuber will tell you that. It's a saying that we have in the Partwork industry, or the Partwork community here. Right, what's going on here? Something's not right here. Okay. Just going to try and gently move that because I think we've got a problem here because that's supposed to... Oh, there we go. Lovely. Lovely. Right. So let's screw that back on. Quite nice filming on a Sunday, actually. But I'll try and find a gap in the week so that I can at least have a chill day rather than don't want to be filming all week. Okay, and then we'll get that one onto there. So we are slowly but surely catching up. But now I've got a long hiatus of this issue 30 because of for some reason Menzies keep sending it in out of order. So, okay, something's not right here. So that's on there, but can you see it's like warped a bit? I'm not happy with that. I don't understand why that's doing that. That's into there. It's really rock solid at the moment, but it's almost like it's on a slant and I don't know why. Okay, I'm not happy with that. I'll have a look at that. What's going on? Because that shouldn't be on a walk. Just buffer it and tighten it, yeah. Tighten it a bit more. Can always change it if need be. Okay, I think, let's have a look here. The thinner cable, I just want to have a look here because if that's upside down, I don't think we have to change it, but I just want to double check something. The flywheel, I'm wondering if I put this back to front. Oh, for the love of God. I mean, does it really make a difference if it is? It would make sense, because that one, you can see it's not screwed on properly, so something's not right here. I think these two need swapping, but they've got this bar on the other side. But then when you turn it up, it goes that side anyway. So, yeah, I think these two need swapping. Here we go again. I'll be glad when this issue's done, because it does test my patience a bit, I have to say. I know a lot of people are getting a bit fed up with all this pipe work that we've got, but it seems like we haven't done a bit of the hole for ages. So I'm just going to swap these round, because I don't think this is right here. So I'm just going to make an adjustment here. Okay, so that one's, we're going to put this one on this side this time. That should stop that bar going through. Okay, as you can see, it's hitting the brick wall there. So, right, that should fix things. Because I don't rehearse parts, I just dive into it. I don't like to go and rehearse it. I like to just dive into it. So, stay on, please. Okay, so that's that one. Brilliant. So then we'll get another screw into the back of this, and then get this one connected. Keeps coming off that bloody bar. Oh, for God's sake, what's wrong with this? Oh, really? This is ridiculous. I'm now starting to lose my patience on this, and it's about to end up out the window. This won't go on. What is... Oh my God. Something really wrong here. I'm getting annoyed now, because it's got things to do. Not liking it, is it? Right, I think what the issue is here, I think there's something wrong with these plates. Hang on a minute. Oh my God, this is a nightmare. I'm going to take this off again and see what the issue is. That slots onto there. So why am I getting such a problem trying to get the damn thing on? Jesus Christ, what is wrong with this? I think it's something to do with these plates. If that track comes off, I'm gonna go mental, because it's getting on my nerves now. Really starting to get a little bit tiresome with this issue at the moment. Right, that's on there, that's on there. So we shouldn't be having problems moving forward. Oh, God's sake. That's in there, that's down there. Right. So then the brick wall goes onto this part. Sweating like a pig. You put the radiators on because it's cold, and then within minutes you want the fan again. I've just come out of the shower, so now I'm all like sweating like a pig again. What's the point in having a shower if you're just going to sweat again? Right, that seems to have gone on perfect now. Lovely. But that slots into there. We are getting there, guys. And then, yeah, that's what it was. The plates were back to front. Oh, at last. But this little roundel part, that goes towards that side. Do you see what I mean? So, where's my screw? There we go. Oh, what an issue. Please don't tell me we've got any more engines to do, please. I mean, I've got to do it all over again for my second build. That's a modded one. That's an off-camera project, but yeah, there we go. I mean, obviously there's another screw that goes in there. I'm fully aware of that. But then what happens is, this is the bit where the flywheel goes on, goes with the D notch because it marries up with that D notch there. I'm not going to glue it on as of yet because, as I said, can you see there's something not right here? There we go. So I think what it is these bars down here get glued in, but before I do that, yeah, that's what it is. Right, lovely. So that's going round. Obviously it goes round that way, it goes round that way. But before I glue that in, what I want to do is I need to find the screw for that. These little bars, even if they're glued in, it doesn't make any difference. I can't glue it in yet because I think this Gorilla Glue's dried up. I haven't got round to ordering. Yeah, I think that's probably gone. Hang on a minute. Let's see what we can do. Get a cocktail stick. I've got plenty now because I found a box for 1,000, yeah, on Amazon for like, it was, yeah, I don't like this gel stuff. It was like 1,000 on Amazon for about £1.25. So what I'll do here is I'm not going to put it in the hole, but I'm going to put it around the plastic part and put a bit around. Hang on, let's take it off like that. So I'll put a little splodge. Don't need a lot, but can you see this gel is not the best. And then I don't need a lot, but just, you know, a smidge to keep it in the hole, you know. And then okay, don't want, you know, too much, but just enough to really keep it in there. In that bloody hole. Right, so now that that's on, I'm more sure than not, I'm happy with that. And then I'm just going to do another test on this flywheel before we get it fully completed. Get that into there, because once this is on, it's going to make it 10 times worse if that falls out that track. Okay, that's on there. There we go, lovely. Haha. But remember that it only goes it goes a specific way round. I mean, at the moment mine's going all back to front, but you can see that it's moving lovely and free. It's gone on much better than that other one we had. The other one, I think we put too much glue on it because it's quite stiff. But oh, thank God for that. 29 Boshed. Oh, brilliant. So then obviously once we turn it upside down, you can see it's all on there lovely. And then the bars on here, all tickety-boo. And yeah, okay, so I'm happy with that now. So I'm going to put that, I'm going to glue that on now. But I'm not going to put too much on. I'm just going to put a splodge in there. Because I think the last time we did, a bit of glue leaked. So actually, let's get more of the precise pin. Get a bit of dollop around here. Just put a smudge just in there. Okay. Doesn't need to be too much. I mean, if it's, you know, it falls off again, we can always put a bit more glue. Where's that one? Yeah, that goes on there. Obviously, hold it there for a couple of minutes. I think what happened previously is the glue got stuck on this plate, and that's why it was a bit stiff. But look at that. That's beautiful. It's gone in the track perfect. We've got no slippage of the tracks. And that's going man tickety-boo. Wow. Oh, what an issue. But yeah, I'm not going to be using this gel glue anymore. That brush-on glue that Gorilla make, because Gorilla do a brush-on glue, I love working with that stuff because it gives you the right precise bit that you need. Right, I'm just going to pop to the other room because I want to show you what I've got coming up for the next issue, because 30 we've got a bit of problem with at the moment. It's not come in, but just bear with me a minute. Okay, So this is because I obviously work. I also do the old Titanic. This was the, for anyone that's new to the world of building Titanic, this was the very old one, and a lot has changed since then because this was a wooden one. This is now a metal one. Can you see the difference? So two differences here: the pictures and the story, the mystery, and a model to construct, and the ship, the legend. But what I want to show you guys is issue 30. I'll nudge them again because we're going to have a slight break again, which is fine. Quite happy with that. But as you can see, I've got 20. 28 was holding us up, and then it jumps to 31 because they've missed me out 30 again. So I've got to have a word with them about that and try and get that sorted. So that's 29. 31 we can't do. Well, we possibly can because, as I said, you've got the port engine and the starboard engine. But this issue we might be able to work around because what that involves is working on the start. I think it's port engine we work on because that was the first. But that's putting detailing around that engine. As you can see, you'll have various components all going around it. So yeah, as you can see, all different pipe work. So there is a possibility we can do that because I think what will happen is in 30, possibly that's the detailing for 30 for the starboard engine, possibly. I mean, I don't know what's in 30 because I don't. The only other channel I watched doing this is a guy called John's Military Builds or John's Iconic. I keep getting them back to front because there's one that's called John's Iconic Builds and there's one that's called John's Military Builds or something like that. But you know the guy, his name's John, and he does the Bismarck and various other bits. But I don't really watch any other channels on this because it's I just like watching people who build it. So that's the only channel I really know who builds it. So yeah, so that's that. So as I said, it's moving lovely now. We had a slight malfunction, but that's why it didn't go up last night. I could have corrected it, but we ran out of daylight. But I'm just so happy that's gone together. So there will potentially, I'll have a look at the instructions. There could be a break now until we get 30. I don't know whether to go back. I don't know whether to wait for 30 then progress, or we might do 31, but yeah. So that should catch us. I mean, it should be a bit of a date. It may be 2 to 3 weeks. I can't tell you how long it will take to get the back order. I mean, sometimes it comes in the next week. If it's anything like the Spitfire, it took 7 weeks for a Pacific issue. But yeah, we've moved it along a little bit more, which is great. But as I said, that's moving freely. The other one was very stiff, so I think that's what the issue was. But it's nice to have 2 engines now. But anyway, please remember to like, share and subscribe. Remember, if you want to subscribe to this lovely build, check out Partworks.com and get the Titanic. Obviously, be mindful if you're starting from the newsagent, you can only start from the current issue. So if you're missing any issues, then obviously just order them off the online shop, or the newsagents can try and back order them in for you. But yeah, that is issue number 29, finally done. I'm dreading the pipe work because I've heard a lot about that. And but yeah, the pipes are super thin, I'll tell you that. But that's that. So normal programming will be back for Titanic on Thursday, unless of course 30 comes in before that. But I'm probably gonna wait until that comes in. Yeah, I don't know yet. But anyway, so whatever it is, Thursday will be the next Titanic video because I don't plan to do any more until that turns up. Oh, actually, Thursday might be the catwalk. You know, the catwalk that goes on here, maybe? Maybe that's... Yes, of course it is. Yeah, look. 30 is the catwalk. Okay, that's easy then. Yeah, that's what that is. So we could do 31 if we wanted to. But anyway, I'll make sure that there's a video for Thursday of the Titanic. So yeah, please remember to like, share and subscribe. It's a lovely little beauty. Hope you're enjoying it in America, because obviously you're fulfilling that for you in America. And we'll see you next week for more of the lovely Titanic, the beauty that she is. Take care, guys. Have a lovely day ahead. Bye-bye now.